All right, everybody, welcome back. We're the f that. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's Brandon again, and I'm outside the gym, about to go do my squat day today. It's gonna be an interesting day because it's gonna be the first time that I try the new Nike Romaleos that I ordered. Finally stepping my game up, which means I'm also going to be doing eventually a comparison review between them and my Adidas Adi Powers. I'm also rocking my Christian Guzman fitness shirt because my boys, Nick Wright and Max Tuner, are out there visiting him right now. I'm also using, if you can see this, my JTS hat, Juggernaut strength training systems, all that good jazz. I'm gonna be talking about them a little bit later in the video, but I wanted to rock the hat just because I haven't worn it in a while. But enough of me yapping. I'm gonna go ahead, get in the gym, and start squatting. Talk to you soon.
Alrighty then, back in the gym. 8 sets of 2, supposed to be done for speed. Keyword there is supposed to. I say that because looking at these clips, they did not move as fast as I would have liked to. And normally, speed is my forte, if you know what I'm saying. But on these days, 8 sets of 2 with 405, Mike really preaches form, depth, speed, bar path. Now, my big problem is making that disconnect with sometimes it's better to go lighter. So after looking at this and after feeling my body the next couple of days, which I have the tendency to do from time to time, I should have probably gone with 365, but lesson learned. Now, I'd mentioned in the car that I was going to mention more about JTS and the hat I was wearing, only because they recently put out a very great article that summarized many of the things that they talked about when I went to their seminar a few months back. In fact, it might have been almost a year now. I think it was like in October, maybe November, something like that. I went to a seminar of theirs in Connecticut. I actually made a video on it, so I'm going to link that and put that in the description box below if you're interested. But part of that, one of the main things I got out of that seminar, even though they covered benching and deadlifting as well, was what they had to say about squatting and really how to get ready. And one of the biggest things I took away was working on my breathing. And that sounded really dumb back then. I was like, breathing? I mean, are you serious? It's easy. How can you not breathe right? But I've worked a lot on it, and it still sounds dumb to say it now, but breathing has been huge for me in squats. And I think this is one of the reasons why my squat has progressed probably faster than my benching and deadlifting recently, only because there's so many little things that I could tweak and really work on, from squeezing my elbows together to pushing them forward to trying to create a narrower grip, stance, all sorts of different things. They summarized a lot of this in a really great article that I'm going to actually show you how to get to, and I will link that in the description box below as well. I really like it because it's simple, and I'm kind of a simpleton in that fashion. I don't like to read these long, in-depth articles, and maybe it's great for actual full-out knowledge, but to me, short and simple is the key, only because when I'm trying to remember some of these cues when I'm lifting, I don't want to remember paragraph upon paragraph and actual biomechanics and all these other things. I just want to keep it simple, stupid. And that's one of the things that has really helped me, so I figured it could also probably help you guys if you are interested, which you should be. I also tried to get a lot of different angles on this particular day. Now, I've been feeling pretty tight. And again, as I mentioned, these were the first times that I wore my Nike Romaleos. I will be doing a comparison review, but literally this was the first time I wore them, so I don't think it'd be very beneficial for me to do a review right now. But one of the things that I will point out that was interesting to me is these actually felt a lot tighter in the forefront of my foot. And I say that only because that's oftentimes what people say about the Adi Powers. It's too tight up front, the toe box isn't very big. I didn't find that to be the case. I found these were a lot tighter than my Adi Powers despite being the same size. I probably attribute a lot of that to the secondary strap they have over the toe box, but again, I'll go more in depth on that in the actual comparison review. Here's the another set here, and again, I wanted to give you guys a lot of angles to see my depth. I know I struggle to hit parallel, but I do feel that I'm hitting parallel at least in all of these. Plus, it's tough to see with my shorts. However, one of these days, maybe I'll just surprise you all and wear my singlet in the gym. Very wow, much like. I also did about 5 sets of glute ham raise for here. I've been really struggling with these. These are tough as hell for me, which again is probably going to be beneficial for me to get better at them in the long run just because I really want to strengthen my hamstrings. One of the things that I find is, yes, I'm grabbing my ass here, but for some reason doing this helps me keep my body straighter overall. You can see in those first couple of reps, I kind of have the tendency to bend at the hip. This helps me a little bit, but again, I'm really struggling with these, but I am getting better. Maybe one day I can be like Pete Rubish and have those actual bands. I also did some leg extension, leg curls, but let's be honest, no one wants to see that shit. Alright, and here's the Juggernaut side I wanted to show you guys before we end this video. This is the 10 steps to great squatting technique that I find really helps. Now, I'm not saying you have to employ all of them or even any of them, but just read through them and give yourself a little bit of thought process on here and see if it could be something you could implement in your own squatting to really help you. Again, personally speaking, I found that they have really helped me a lot. Now you can also just go to their main site too. They have a ton of different articles on a whole bunch of other things as well, other lifts, other types of training, whether it be for strongman, bodybuilding, whatever. They have a lot of great information on this site. So again, if you're bored, and if you're watching my videos, you must be, this is a great site to check out. As always, thanks for watching, and stay big.